Buses, your local bus company serving your football team. Buses run every 10 minutes. Avoid the traffic. Don't get stuck in the delay. Get Ipswich buses today. A single from only £1.20, a return from only £2. Find out more information at www.ipswichbuses.co.uk. Ipswich Buses, proud to partner with Talk in Town. Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome to your Ipswich Buses pre-game show. Ipswich away at Fleetwood today. A must-win, if ever there was a must-win, surely. Let me know what you think and feel ahead of the kickoff. We are about 5 minutes, possibly 6 from team news. I'd love to know your 1 to 11. Who do you want to see playing today for the mighty Super Blues? Let me know in that chat. While you do type it out, if you are a Prediction League player, you want the link that's coming into the live chat this moment. We have 4 fixtures. It takes 60 seconds to enter. It's week 27. But if you're new to the competition, you're still not a million miles away from being inside those all top 4 places. The top 4 win a prize come the end of the season. And we do have spot prizes along the way. So well worth 60 seconds of your time. Link is now in the chat. 4 fixtures: Fleetwood Town, Colchester Port Vale, Cambridge, Shrewsbury, and Norwich versus Brentford. Let's get some comments. We have got Mike D echoing what I've just said. Anything other than a win season is a done for him. Z-Twist is ready to see Macaulay, Bonner, Norwood up top together with Penny at left wing back. Good afternoon, Heidi. Good afternoon, Colin. Good afternoon, Kerry. I hope you're all good. Rax, Aluko, Norwood, Chaplin front 3. Apparently the link is not working. It should be working. It's a bit temperamental, that link. I will drop it again. Try it again. It is taken directly from the Survey Heart site, so it should work. Z-Twist, I want to see Macaulay Bon up top with Nord and Penny left wing back with KVY at right wing back. Right, well, joining me this afternoon is a man that you all know well. He is, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, known as Peter Cox, Brickstop Coxie. Welcome in. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. Yes, well, good. Thanks, Gov.
Good man. We are 4 minutes from kickoff. Let me know. We did this last time. I want to know your 1 to 11s. Who's in goal? Well, obviously, who's in goal? It's Christian Walton for everybody and their dog. Back 3 are the same, do you think? Donation, Edmondson, and Wolfington?
I would imagine so. Pending, injuries. I don't think there was any injuries. So, yes, I think that back 3 will be as is, has been for quite some time, and long may it continue.
Okay, right. It's really the midfield on, isn't it? Because Burns, you expect that right wing back. Who do you expect at left wing back today? We've got Z-Twist saying Matt Penny. We had KVY is who I would go for. Who are you putting at left wing back? Is it still Dominic Thompson?
Well, my preferred option would be, just like yourself, would be KVY. Just to think, there's been a lot of argument, after last week. It wasn't the best game from Thompson or Tomo, whatever you want to call him. Personally, I would like to see KVY, but I think he's going to stick with Thompson today.
Yeah, so you'd like to see KVY. You think it's Thompson? We're 3 minutes from kickoff. For those that are just joining us, let us know who you want to see in your town lineup. Midfield, Morsey obviously is one of the first names on the team sheet after the back 3. Back 4, including the goalkeepers. Who plays with him? You've got Tyreek Backinson. You've got Idris El Mizani. You've got Tom Carroll. I've gone for Idris El Mizani. I would like to see him today. I'd like to see what he can do away from home at a team like Fleetwood. Who have you got?
I think McKenna will stick with Backinson today.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's probably be me and you, the only 2 Ipswich supporters in the world. I thought he had a fairly good game last week. Everybody else thought he was.
I thought he did.
But I
did.
I think he will stick with Backinson there.
Yeah, as does Mike D. Matt Stanner says Matt Phillips is favourite Backinson. I've got a theory that Matt Phillips is his agent personally. But, I mean, don't get me wrong. Tyreek Backinson last week for me, for at least 70 minutes, did really well.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, you know what? He didn't do anything above and beyond that I've seen Idris do. Idris is our player, having signed an extension particularly. Let's use the opportunity of playing a side inside the bottom six with the season in a lot of people's minds done and dusted. I know they won't see that at the football club, but you also have to be responsible and look for next year at times. And he isn't a million miles away in the sense of if you played him today, you're really risking the performance because he's done it against top teams in this division, really, hasn't he?
Yeah, he certainly has. Yeah, but I think he's just. I think as soon as things are mathematically that we can't get in the playoffs, I think he will.
Okay, right.
Then go with Idris, and he
Talk
will be
to
back
me.
in.
Sorry to cut across you, but talk to me about your front three. 60 seconds. Who you got as your front three?
Oh, that's bloody hard. That is.
Well, you've got 30 seconds now. So
no, I think it'd be no. I guess I'll go with Norwood and Jackson as others, and Chaplin playing just behind them.
Okay. So you've gone for Norwood and Jackson, with who just behind?
Chaplin.
Okay, 8 goals from midfield this year, Chaplin, and we all are more or less thinking it's not the greatest of seasons from the young man. Ben Milk Tray Man will be with us at halftime if we do a halftime show, and full time. He's currently stuck in traffic on the way home from work. We've all been there, Ben. So if you're joining us from your car, hello. Right, let me see if I can find you a team because it is 2 p.m. Your Super Blues lineup has been announced. Here it comes. I will share the screen and then you'll be able to see it at home if you haven't got your Twitter app open. Here we go. Boom. Right, let's find it together. Your team today is Christian Walton, Janoy Danassian, Luke Wolfenden, George Edmondson, Wes Burns, Sam Morsey, Bersant Selena, Thompson, Chaplin, Joe Pigott, and Caden Jackson. So, okay, he's got a little bit with what I've gone with there in the sense of I think he'll play Jackson out wide with Pigott through the middle, Chaplin and Selena being the other two. I don't know. How do you see it?
Yeah, that's once again. There's no guessing the Kieran McKenna team, is there? I mean, who would have thought that? Joe Pigott. Once again, you have your opportunity today. Let's go for it, mate, and shut some of us up. Who is going to play alongside Morsey in that little lock? It's hard to sort of.
Yeah, let's unpack this. He's gone for it. In my opinion, he's gone for it. So in my opinion, he's taken the handbrake off.
No doubt about it, yeah.
And you may just play Morsey as the central pivot, as Ross would say in Friends. And the rest are just told to go and get involved. So you could see Walton in goal. Back three of Danassian, Wolfenden, and Edmondson. Burns at right wing back. Thompson at left wing back. Morsey in the hole. And then you're telling Selena, Chaplin, Pigott, and Jackson to just go and win the game.
Yeah, perhaps it is all gung-ho up front. And then, as you said, Morsey sitting in front of them. Others, sweeping up just before. And It certainly is a go-forwards lineup there, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you go 4 at the back, you still have the same issue of who's playing with Morsey, because if you go 4 at the back and you go Danassian, Wolfenden, Edmondson, and Thompson as your 4, well, who plays centrally? Because that would, for me, in my mind, Coxie, that would be Wes Burns at right midfield, Bersant Selena at left midfield, Pigott and Jackson up top, with possibly Chaplin playing centrally alongside Sam Morsey. Or again, Morsey as the pivot, Chaplin behind the 2.
Yeah, I personally would think Chaplin may be that player to drop back with him. I can't see our mate Selena doing that. No, out of the 2, if you was to judge it by the 2, yeah.
See, I've got it, and I'll tell you what I've got it as. I've got Wolf and Edmondson the wrong way round, but that's what I've got it as. I have 3-3-2. Yeah. He may play Jackson more centrally, but Jackson can play as a winger. We have seen him play. They're not consistently effective. We know that it's not really a winger, is it? We know that McKenna likes to play at those inside forwards. So if you think of those inside channels as that's what it turns into, isn't it? Selena or Chaplin is the inside left. Jackson is the inside right. Pigott centrally. Selena or Chaplin in behind. Morsey, literally, you're told to sit, stay, and provide a little bit of cover, aren't you?
Yeah, there you go. You might have nailed it right there. Yeah, I hope Jackson isn't playing as a wing. I hope we are going to have the 2 up front and Jackson's pace and Pickett's hold-up play is good.
You can still have the pace from the inside forward area.
You can, yeah.
Just because you've got them as an inside forward, it's a beautiful mind, Gov. Thank you very much. I do try. I mean, I've drawn it out very quickly, so it's not quite just Wolfen Edmondson the wrong way around. But to me, that's how I see it. Sam Morsey is good enough to play that role today. Because Fleetwood,
of course, he is. Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect. They're sixth. They're in the bottom six. You've got 3 centre halves there, Cox. In all theory, how many defenders do you actually need for any game? Forget the position. You are away from home, but you don't need to have what is on paper 5 defenders and then 2 holders. Surely.
You would like to think, not are they having 5 defenders because he's expecting Ipswich to go for it, and that's by the lineup where we sort of surmising that he will actually be going for it. It's going to be death or dishonour today.
Some wild cards could be George Edmondson as the defensive midfielder alongside Sam Morsey, or Luke Wolfenden alongside Sam Morsey. If it was one of those two as a wild card, who would be your choice to play alongside the captain?
I personally would go for Wolfie to go to if it is to come to pass. That as you just
why would you go for Wolfie?
I just think he's probably got a slightly bit more pace, just in case needed, than Edmondson. And Edmondson, he's sort of a bit no nonsense, isn't he? So it's definitely what for me. That's what I want to see from my defenders. No nonsense, none of this, farsing around. Put it out, yeah.
Okay, you want to see no nonsense, don't mess about. Colin says Wolfenden he'd rather go for. Toto starts for them. Good chance of a penalty, says Ipswich Jules. It's also a good chance of a Toto goal. Z-Twist, I want to see Piggott prove people wrong and myself. If he has another poor game, that's it. Not going to look good on him. Just because this time of the season, you can't give anyone too many chances. Chris Boyd, shit or bust for Piggott today. This is his chance to start against a weaker opponent. Plenty of opportunities and nothing shown so far. McKenna has given him a lifeline. Up to him to grasp it. Frigid centre midfield. Thinks he's messy sometimes, so may see some runs from him. I like the lineup. This is the lineup I've been sort of calling for in the sense of take the handbrake off.
Well, yeah. Nobody can complain about this, whether they be a contributor or a casual sort of thing. It's certainly a go for it today. It is shit or bust.
Shit or bust. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the early hours of the afternoon, but we'll let that one just slide past the swear barometer. Louis Fenton, this is Piggott's chance. Gov, I called it on Monday. Let's give Piggott a run of games. Well, he's quite. I do agree with Louis here in the sense of, Joe Piggott hasn't really had that consistent run of games. He needs that run of games. But, Coxie, this is the real world. You have to earn those run of games, don't you?
Yes, it's as you would say, it's a chicken and eggs thing. You can't have one without the other. You won't get a run of games if you're not playing consistently. And it's that scenario, yeah, for me.
It is. And I agree. Yeah, you want to see Joe Piggott, the player we brought in on a free, who scored a lot of goals last year, but equally, he's got to earn the right. You could argue Caden Jackson's earned that right and not had it. Burton really great and then not playing the following week. James Norwood. It seems to be a thing that I think McKenna likes to keep the players fresh, and rotation is something that you have to get used to as a player, but more importantly as a fan. You have to get used to seeing. Or do you feel actually, no one really has taken the mantle? No one really has grasped the nettle. Jackson played okay, but he didn't play undroppable. How do you see it?
I would say that the latter there. I mean, I don't think. I think the rest of the team, McKenna now knows who his best side is, but up front he's still unsure, just as we are. Who's the the right man or men up front? Hence, why for me, that's why we have this, this revolving, front players all the time. We've got players out of form, Macaulay Bond, and I mean, for me, if you are going to say out of the front of strikers, that Jackson has been the most consistent, really. And yes, he hasn't done, Martin Lambert's default statement number 3, the strikers need to score a goal. He hasn't done that, but his performances have been probably slightly better than the other 3.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just trying to see who will play. I don't think anyone will play in line with Sam Morsey today. I think Sam Morsey will play deeper than the rest, and I don't think anybody. I've seen Selena mentioned as the 8, Chaplin as the 8. I think Selena as the 8 wouldn't work. I don't think he has the work rate for that. Coxey, if Selena's your number 8, what do you think of that?
Well, I do keep coming up with the sarky comments to old Mr. Selena. So, again, he's brought in as our big game player. Come on, this it's not, we're not playing Real Madrid today. All respect to Fleetwood, but if we are going to have that tiny little iota of hope, we have that little glimmer of a light of getting into the playoffs, we've got to do our bit first and foremost and win games.
Absolutely,
and then look at others' results. But I know that Wednesday night didn't go, but it was probably always going to be down to the other teams having their games in hand. And Sheffield Wednesday and Wickham won the other night. Forget about Wigan; they're long gone. They've been gone away from us for ages and ages. But
I still think it'll be like that. So Selena's central, but not here, where I think people were expecting a fellow central midfielder to play. Stuart Watson thinks Selena central midfield, says Rob Smith. I don't think he'll play a traditional next to Morsey. I really don't, Coxey. I can't see it. I'm wrong. But looking at the makeup of Bersant Selena, the player he is, for me, you're blunting him if you're making him play the box-to-box role.
Yeah. You are. You're not utilising his strengths, are you? You're not playing to his strengths.
No. You're asking him to do things, particularly with, if you look at the bench very quickly, we've got Halaki, Burgess, Penny, Backinson on the bench, Aluko on the bench. Aluko, for me, would be a better traditional inline number 8 than Selena, Bon, and Noy. And you got Backinson there, Cox. Yeah, I'll be surprised if I'm wrong. I'm wrong, but I think it'll be more something like that. I really do. I really do. Lewis Robinson. The good thing about McKenna is that even if he doesn't make sense to us, you can guarantee K-Mac has planned this and been working with the lads as to how to implement the system. Mike D, whoever plays need to adjust that pitch. What a mess it is. Mr. Footy says, where can he watch the match? I don't know, Mr. Footy. I listen to Brenner. I've got a halo around the top of my head, but others in the chat may know more information other than myself. Zed Twist, I say we go win every game to the end of the season and get the playoffs. Zed Twist, I like the way you think. I'm with you. Let's go and do that. What do you want to see from Joe Pickett today? Obviously, a goal goes without saying, but what else do you feel up against Toto and Ciara you need to see from the main man, Joe Pickett?
I like to see him running at Toto. I want to see him score a goal or goals, because that's the main thing. He will. We're agree with him a little bit more. Can you stop it? Sorry, the dog's trying to licking the computer.
So what you said to the dog? Sorry. Can you stop, please? Excuse me. Like the dog's gonna go. Oh, sorry, mate. Didn't realise. Oh, yeah, I'll stop. No problem.
He actually did. Actually,
did he? Oh my god.
He didn't actually say that. He did sort of give me a look. Okay.
You got a much more intelligent dog than I've got. I can.
No, I haven't.
For nothing. Sorry, carry on.
Sorry, well, I've lost my thread now.
Good old dog. Good old dog.
Good old dag.
Heidi's on a plane to New York at the moment to watch it. Simon and Nicky were taking a quick trip to Sweden on VPN Airlines. Zed Twist, let's just hope that everyone has been doing shooting practice and not just Burns, as he's the only one who can score at the moment. Yeah, absolutely. They're obviously marking Burns out of the game, Coxey, but that should open up space for somebody else. We're not taking advantage of it, are we?
Well, if that's what I'm sure they would. They surely would not be able to do that and mark them out of the game. If they are going to do it, then happy days. It gives more freedom and other things for the others to get on.
But they're not taking advantage of it, are they? That's the issue. Nobody at the moment is grasping the nettle and saying, "Okay, I want to be." in the team. I know Mike doesn't like rotation, Mike the fisherman, but he's rotating it because nobody's playing well.
Yeah, indeed. Yes, exactly. If they play well, keep the shirt. That's quite it. There would be no rotation if the strikers were doing their jobs. And
well, that is the idea, isn't it? Play well, keep the shirt. But some will say Jackson didn't keep the shirt and should have kept the shirt, won't they?
Absolutely, yeah.
Sorry, I'm just ordering my Subway. I was going for a steak and cheese today. It's one of those days.
It's got to be steak.
It's one of those days, Coxie. Right? When the weather's like this, my disability is just the worst because it gets really into my joints, into the bones, and I'm like a rusty old gate. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to give myself a little bit of a treat. Can't quite afford it, but fuck it. You only live once. YOLO, as the kids say. So I'm going to order a steak and cheese from Subway. And what's for your lunch?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. I had nothing yet.
You haven't thought that far ahead, no. Coxie. It's lunchtime, man.
Nearly 2:15.
Neil Reed, the way we have been creating chances, things will eventually click and our opponents will be on the end of a 5-6-0. Let's hope it's today. 2 p.m. Saturday Airlines. Jem says, go for it, Gov. Rusty old guillotine, more like you got that right. You really have. No,
not now.
You don't understand sometimes. I wake up now, I'm like, oh no, it's raining. I can feel it's raining. Score predictions then. Bold prediction time as we round up the show. What are we going for?
As much as I like to see, something like a 3-0 win, I think it's going to be 1-0 or 2-1 to us today.
Okay. I feel a bit bad dropping this in now, but you can support the platform through Ko-Fi. As I'm spending money, if you can. Oh, there we go. £10 for Matt steak and cheese.
Matt Stannard's pay for your steak
Matt,
and cheese.
you're a legend. You're a legend. Oh, you're very nice. I don't know what to say. I'm actually quite touched. I was joking.
Well, you might want to get on your app and change it to a foot long now.
I was going for a
foot long. Anyway, okay.
You don't get a body like this, Coxie, by having nothing but foot long, son.
No. This one's just.
I've got a body of a god, Buddha. It's true. Matt, honestly, look in the camera. Thank you very much. I'm very touched. I truly appreciate that. But yeah, you can support the platform through Ko-Fi as well. So sorry. $8.99 from Lewis Robinson. 2-0 Piggott and Penny. I don't know about Lewis. I think he might have become Matt Penny's agent in the last couple of days, Coxie, because since about Wednesday, he's been on this Matt Penny hype train. Almost like he's his client, you know what I mean? Like trying to drum him up, got this great left back, not many miles on the clock, can play with both feet occasionally.
Yeah, but perhaps Lewis Robinson is Matt Penny's agent, same as Matt Stannard, we think, is Bailey Clements' one.
Are we not? Well, no, I don't think he's an agent. I think Matt Stannard is related to Bailey Clements.
Oh, right.
I think he's, Godfather.
What's more nepotism than okay?
Personally, yeah, that's a great word, nepotism. It's never used enough, I don't think. Nepotism, word of the day. Hopefully, it won't be a shambles, which is the word of the day we've had on the show previously today. I've totally forgotten all the excitement about now ordering a cookie on the side. What are you going for today, Mr. Guck?
I'll go for the usual 2-1 today.
2-1, love it. Harrison and NCR start for Fleetwood. They do. I'll tell you what, because I like to be as balanced as I can. Those that saw the away day guide, you'll know I'm joking there. I will show you the opposition lineup. Here it is. We have got Alex Cairns, Danny Andrew, Zach Coxie. This only works if you do like the away days when you go Alex Cairns, who? Danny Andrew, who? Zach Jules, who? Tom Clark, who? Ellis Harrison, who? Like that, you see. Callum Camps, Anthony Pilkington, Callum Johnson, Paddy Lane, Toto Nsiala, and Carl Johnston. Right, I'll tell you. Here's what I know about this team. Ellis Harrison, I think, is a great striker. I'd be wary about him. Callum Camps is great on Football Manager, so I'd be wary about him. Toto Nsiala, I've always had a lot of love for Toto. I'd be wary about him at both ends of the pitch. Everybody else, I'll be honest, I don't really know a lot on. You?
No, I think there's one more question. I don't know if Callie's going today.
He is. Tickets, I hear.
So I think the big question is who's he going to get tickets off? Is it going to be Toto Enciala or Sam Morsey? He's got a bit of a 50-50 there, don't he?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's got one seat from one and one seat from the other. Maybe he'll
Maybe,
at half time he'll change. You know, I don't know. Kieran Baines, I just want a comfortable win today instead of fearing. He's better than Thompson, says Facebook user. Matt says, bring back Bailey. Mike the Fishman, Norway would have had Enciala on toast today. He wouldn't know, would he? He wouldn't. Let's be truthful. Colin Plum, Enciala. I think Enciala gets a bad rap unfairly, Coxie. I'm really honest.
Poor old Toto Enciala.
I think he's a good defender at this level. A very good defender.
He is. Yeah. Well, you know, he came into a hell of a bit of form. You know, once he's decided to, once he found out where the goal was, you know, he stopped sticking in own goals. And
once he realised which way he was supposed to be.
Yeah. Once somebody cleared that up with him, he was all right. And
absolutely.
Unfortunately, you know, it was the decision in football to be sold.
Okay. Well, there we go. Let's see what happens today. Shall we do a halftime show, Coxie? Do you want to do a halftime show with the Milk Tray Man?
If he's back at his computer.
He says he will be. He says he will be for halftime and post game. We can do a halftime 10 minutes if you like. We've got 13 likes at the moment out of over 100 people watching. Not good enough. If we can get to 50 likes by 25 past, we'll do a halftime show. Does that sound reasonable?
Sounds good to me. Right. While we're on the subject, we had a bit of viewer engagement on Twitter from Nicola Wall. I don't know if she's watched. She did promise she'd be watching the show.
She is. Yeah.
Yeah, she did. I hear correctly last night? There is no fans react show after today's game. I put as far as I know, yes, there is. Well, I don't know where she's got that from.
No, there is.
Here at the end.
No, there is. What I said last night was I would have done a later fans react show, so Cruncher could have got involved. I was tongue in cheek, but I wouldn't because I've got company tonight. I've got Neil coming around for dinner. But no, there definitely is a fans react show. The moment the full-time whistle goes, we are live. The link is in the chat, or will be, and you can have your say about your football team as always. I would never let you down.
Yeah,
never let you down.
Hopefully, Nicola, let's clear that up for you. And thanks for watching.
Absolutely, we love Nicola and Simon. Absolutely, Kieran. Question for the Gov: would you say Fleetwood are rivalry of Blackpool? Well, until Thursday away day guide, I'm going to be brutally honest. I didn't even realise Blackpool and Fleetwood were as close as they were. I didn't. It's only when Amy said if you scroll out on the Google Map a little bit, you'll see Blackpool. And I was like, it's like Felixstowe and Ipswich, very close to each other. So yes, I would probably say they are rivals. I mean, Fleetwood might want them to be a rival. Do you think, Coxie? What do you think?
Yeah, I'll probably think Fleetwood see Blackburn, but I think Blackpool probably see. I think they see Preston as more their rivals, don't they?
Oh yeah, Preston as well. Yeah, it comes to something when I'm desperate just to go to Preston away from home, innit? I mean, like, I don't want much. I just want my team in the league above so we can go to places like Preston. You know, I'm not asking to go to Emirates just yet.
Is it you want to go to Preston, or just you want to see our team in the Championship?
I want to see our team in the Championship, playing teams like Preston and Millwall. I'm hardly asking for Champions League football. Do you know what I mean?
One step at a time, one mountain at a time.
Rax Max, do you want to say while we're all enjoying our Saturday afternoon football spare thought for the awful atrocities in Ukraine? Absolutely, Rax Max. Our thoughts and our hearts and our prayers always go to the people of Ukraine. We stand with them. We've got 31 likes. It's 3 minutes to 25 past. I don't know if we're going to make the 50 likes. If we don't make 50 likes by 25 minutes past, there will be no halftime show. So for those nearly 90 people watching on YouTube, hit the like button. For the ones on Facebook, just put your feet up. You can't influence the decision either way. So just enjoy the last 3 minutes. Deep down to Grant Ground Glove, says Colin Plum. He also says, big shout out to all the fans who have travelled today. Well effing done. Live TT, Gov's dinner party. I would be up for that. I think Neil would be up for that. I don't think the ladies would be up for that too much. But what am I doing for dinner time? I'm doing fajita. Fajita melts, they're called, I think. They're the limited edition ones.
Very nice.
Yeah, I hope so. Got a couple of beers, so if they're not, no one will know. Talking Town European Tour, says Lewis Robinson. At least you got Highbury, Gov. Yeah. When I saw that on the fixture list, I thought, I'm going to Highbury. Brilliant. Oh, wait, no, they moved from there like 20 years ago. 40. We need 10 more in 2 minutes. I'm going to give you a prediction. I'm going to say a 3. I'm going to say a 3-1. I don't know. Do you know? I'm not going to tell you a score. I'm just going to tell you that we need to win today. Full stop. Need to win.
Well, it is today. Yeah, we need to win. Hook or crook.
Fixo Blues. Yes, I did the same this morning as yourself. If you can spare anything, please do. I had a load of nappies that were too small. Not for me. I will quickly add. Before anybody
does.
Stop
my punchline then.
I know. I knew somebody would. So yeah, absolutely. Hit the thumbs up. It's free, Ipswich Jules. Absolutely. But if you've got a spare change, donate through Go-Fi or the Red Cross for the Ukraine appeal. Right. 1 minute to go. Have we got it? Nearly. We're nearly there. Keep pushing. But we have to win today. Full stop. No ifs, no buts, no babies. I don't care what goes against us, Coxie. Referee decision, whatever it might be. There can be no excuses today. We have to win this game to get our playoff push back on track, don't we?
Yeah, we need to win today and then look at others' results, not the other way around.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. We are done and dusted for the pre-game show. Enjoy listening to Brenner or whatever you happen to be doing with the game. We can round that up to 50. No, Ipswich Jules, we can't because it's 43. And when you do rounding, I was always taught 43 is round down, not round up. We need to get at least 46 to round up. So 3 more people. But anyway, we're back hopefully at halftime. If not, definitely full time. But enjoy the game. And hopefully, by the next time we see you, Town are going to be having got 3 points or at least winning. But with love, with care. See you soon.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now.
Now we can round up. See you at halftime.